Their fan base may not be huge, there's extreme league competition and it's such a wealthy area. But for those that do come, like Stuart Coburn, they hold the club close to their hearts.
I originally came when I was about 9 years old, and it's just been a bit of a bug. It bit me from that point onwards. Frustrated till about the age of 15 because I wasn't allowed to go to away games, but since then I've hardly missed a game.
I did support United when I was young. I went to see Manchester United for a couple of seasons when they won the European Cup in 1968, and I just gradually lost interest. I'm not quite sure why, but I was only 8 or 9 at the time. Gradually lost interest. Still maintained an interest in football, but didn't support a team. Had been to Altrincham a few times over the years, and then I just came along the first game of the season on a Monday night. We used to play Monday nights then in the early 70s, and went to the first game, went to the second game against Wigan Athletic, and then I was just hooked. And 37 years on or whatever, it's here we are.
My father brought me along years ago, and I've just always come along when I've been able to ever since, to be honest.
I support Alty because my dad's a manager.
Dave Baldwin gave me a season ticket for life.
And I've been coming to Alty for about 2 seasons because Sam introduced me to Altrincham. I came along with him a few times. I got interested in coming.
Can't afford a season ticket at United.
that's not the case for all of us.
That's not.
That is actually why I support Ollie. He can leave now. Because of the local team.
That's true.
I came down when I was 5, and it was like crack to me. And that's why. Because
it's very addictive.
I could quit any day, but I just don't want to.
And whilst the players get a part-time wage, for the fans who volunteer, keeping their club running smoothly is more than enough.
Everybody works the backsides off for, not you people, because I know you're the diehards and we know it, to walk through those doors and people look around and don't see a load of crap, for instance, because everybody cleans it after the game. Or come through the front door and like there's painting going on today down the corridor. John's painting, making a wonderful job of it as well, John. I want you to know that, and I don't want you to stop.
You did worry today that the taskmaster wasn't here.
Yeah. So all those little things that people don't see is just one word. It's just pride.
We discovered one day that on a Sunday afternoon, Graham Heathcote was having to come in, spend his time cleaning the ground, and it's not what he's paid for. He's paid to go out there and get players and make sure the squad's playing at the very best they can play. So we thought if we can do our little bit and get a free drink, we'll do it.
I do jobs for the club. It's because I've been a supporter for 26 years, and on match days I have been here for 26 years. Within a week I got put on a turnstile, and then the week after that I got put in the club shop, and I was in the club shop for donkey's years, and then one day I helped out in the bar because they were busy, and the next minute my name was over the door and I was running in.
I do a number of things, but probably best known for running. I've done the club call line, which is the telephone information line for the club for the last 18 years, and also cover us on the radio when we're on the radio, and write articles in the programme and help out generally.
Yes, it is all voluntary, but as I said, it's at the end of the day I prefer working here to working like Man City, where I have worked. At least, as I say, here at the end of the day you get a thank you. Alright, we don't get a wage, but as people talk to you, you get a thank you. You can come into the club during the week, you've always somebody to talk to, you can have a cup of tea, there's always little things to do. So it's, as I say, it's just like home from home basically.
Basically volunteered to do anything that they wanted me to do, such as help paint the ground or turnstiles or anything. And he said, actually we're looking for a tannoy announcer. I said I'll give it a bash, and the rest is history, as they say.
In 2004, the Manchester United reserves left Moss Lane as they felt the condition of the pitch could be improved.
Today, though, it's one of the best condition of the whole league, if not higher.
The club itself has been awarded Club Mark status for the ground improvements and their work in the community, something that's very important to them. The start of the 2006-2007 season saw Hale Barnes United become Altrincham FC Juniors.
Well, you've only got to see them here today, really, to be wearing the same strip as the team that are on the pitch, and I think that means everything to them.
And as well as the youth side of things, they also participate in charity events, like the recent celebrity match in aid of the McGrath Foundation.
It was a dual effort between Altrincham Football Club and the McGrath Foundation. The McGrath Foundation is the foundation we set up, my wife and I, back home in Australia. My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer 10 years ago. She's had 2 recurrences since, and so we felt we could help women and families going through the same thing, make their life a little bit easier, and also raise awareness for younger women. So they were our main goals, and for a day like this to come over, have a game of football here with the Alti Club was awesome.
I really enjoyed it today. It was a nice crowd, lovely pitch, and it was a good game actually, 4-4, and we lost on penalties, but it was a great game, and to be on the same pitch as Brian Robson, Peter Reid, Glenn McGrath, Alan Kennedy. He said that put his kit on and then got changed. I don't think he fancied the opposition. He must have had a run-in with Peter Reid somewhere in the past and thought, oh no, I'm not going on the same pitch. And he went home.
Well, it was for a worthy cause, Glenn McGrath, the cancer research, and it was an enjoyable day. There was a good turnout from the fans, and there was some good football and some good goals scored, so it was very enjoyable.
Results are of course desperately important to Altrincham, if only to keep the fans coming through the gates. To quote Bill Shankly, football isn't a matter of life and death, it's much more than that. But Alti pride themselves on having more to offer, and at whatever league of football they're playing, they will still remain part-time and proud of it.
I prefer to be where we are today than pushing at the top of the league, £2 million in debt. I mean, it defeats the object, you know what I mean?
We've learnt from past experience that obviously we can't spend what we've not got.
I'm proud of the fact that I've got involved twice in the survival of this football club. Forget playing football, I'm on about the actual club off the pitch now. And certainly this time around, people that's been involved and the fans, and we've become a real community asset. That's my proudest part of this last 5-6 years.
Well, Altrincham, for a county like Trafford, it's important that you have a good non-league club, and Altrincham have always had a good tradition, in the FA Cup and playing in the Conference League. And for young kids who aren't lucky enough to go towards football league clubs, it's great that they sort of run academies like Altrincham do now. So then boys have got a chance at every level. My son played for the reserves here and that on a part-time basis, and he really enjoyed it. So it's great because it gets the kids off the streets as well, and it gives them an opportunity to be involved with the football club.
The last few years has been great because we have had some real difficult times, but everybody at the club really works very, very hard, often for no or little reward. And I think it's the fact that it is very much a family club. There's a lot of people who really give their all, week in, week out. Some people are down here 7 days a week, doing an awful lot for the football club, and that really makes me proud, very proud indeed.
That's what they look like.
Everybody knows everyone, and everybody's friends. There's never any trouble, and it's just everyone's lovely. It's just a family atmosphere, really.
It's always nice to come here because there are so many supporters, and they just give us, and there's always a great atmosphere. So it was nice to play again.
It's just a nice club, and it's just one of those clubs where it's playing a high standard of football, but the guys are all pretty much part-time. There's no real full-time footballers there, and they just work hard and compete at a good level and do quite well. They've done very well, so I suppose we'd just like to see the underdogs succeed, and I think it's good fun.
Well, after I was on loan here last season, I felt there's a good vibe about the club. The morals of the club are right, it's family values and stuff, and they don't go above the limits structure-wise. And the type of football that Graham wants us to play, whether we can do it or not, that's a different thing, but the type of football that he wants us to play, it's good and it's attractive, but the main thing is that it's conference football, and like I said, the values of the club is there for all to see.